It was a quiet Sunday afternoon when Karen from down the street decided to confront us about the fine we had received from the HOA. We had been living in this neighborhood for over 3 years, and Karen had always been a problem. Whether it was complaints about our lawn being a little too green or our mailbox not matching the exact color of the others, Karen seemed to have something to say about everything. This time it was over a fine for a minor violation. We had put up a new fence without prior approval from the HOA. We had the permits, and the fence complied with all local regulations, but Karen, being the self-appointed neighborhood watchdog, was convinced that we were trying to break the rules. She marched over, angry and ready to escalate things, demanding we take it down immediately. "I've had enough of you ignoring the rules," she yelled from our front yard. "You'll regret this, I promise. I'm calling the cops." Now, my wife, who had been listening from the window, wasn't fazed. She stepped outside, calm and composed. My wife is a federal agent, and while she's usually low-key about her job, she keeps her badge with her at all times. She doesn't need to flash it around, but she knows when it's necessary. As Karen ranted on about us being lawbreakers, my wife silently reached into her jacket pocket and pulled out her badge. "Karen," she said in a cool, professional tone, "I think it's time you calm down. There's no need to get the police involved over something this minor." Karen froze, her face going pale as she recognized the federal badge in my wife's hand. The realization hit her like a ton of bricks. She was no longer dealing with an ordinary homeowner, but someone who could make her life much more difficult if she kept pushing. The confrontation ended as quickly as it had started. Karen, who had been ranting just moments before, suddenly turned silent, her expression a mixture of disbelief and defeat. Without another word, she turned on her heel and walked back to her house, leaving us standing there in stunned silence. I couldn't help but feel a little satisfaction as I watched her retreat. It was one thing to deal with a neighbor who thought she could call the shots, but it was another entirely when she realized she had underestimated us. My wife's calm demeanor and quick thinking had saved the day. Karen learned a valuable lesson that day. Never mess with a family that has connections, especially when one of them carries a badge.